is located in Western Africa, just west of Nigeria, as you can see on the map. Benin has a small coastline. When people hear Africa, they often think of the wild giraffes and monkeys. Yes, these are in Africa, but they make up just a small part of life in Africa. To understand the Beninese people, you need to know a little history. Benin is home to one of the ports that was used to transport slaves. It was pointed out to me multiple times that the white people are not to be blamed for slavery. But the Beninese own government is truly to blame, as they sold their own people, because they needed money to build the temples, to be closer to their voodoo gods. This brings me to my next point. Many people in Benin claim that the Benin is the birthplace of voodoo, and was the first country to recognize voodoo as its national religion. In this picture, one of the many voodoo temples, called the Temple de Python. In this temple, the python is worshipped as a voodoo god. The story is said that after a great war, the losing king ran off to take refuge in the forest. He was protected by the python. Upon returning to his kingdom, he told the others of a vision of the python being an important god. The local people still worship the boa here today. One way of worshiping them is by releasing the snakes into the village. If you find a python in your home, it is said that voodoo will bring you blessings if you return it to the temple. They also perform sacrifices. They mostly use goats, but on special occasion other animals may be used. During January, a very public voodoo festival takes place. Anyone is welcome to attend. Traditional dress and costumes are worn, and local families make traditional meals. Not all voodoo festivals are made public. During my stay in Sakate, Benin, a very top secret festival was going on, called Oro. The story of Oro was told to me by a man who asked to not be mentioned by name, but he had once participated in Oro himself. The festival was first introduced to celebrate women. It was a day for them to relax. They were not supposed to do any cooking or cleaning. The story was told that a woman was out the day before preparing a family meal for the next day, when a snake appeared next to her. She was so frightened that she ran inside. Because of this, women must stay inside on the day of Oro, which is one day out of the 14-day festival. They also cannot come out after dusk and before dawn during that time frame. They are not even allowed to peek out of the windows, or the punishment is death. During these times, the men go out and celebrate by drinking and parading through the town. They use this time as a coming of age for the local village boys. The men can also request that voodoo appear at their homes and speak to their wives about their performance and duties as wives. It is said that the wives do not know that the men give any insight on this. They believe that the people who come to them are overcome by voodoo and are seeing visions. I could speak for hours on specifically voodoo and how it has shaped the Beninese people. It is important to note that not everybody practices voodoo who lives in Benin, but the traditions that voodoo has brought to the culture, no matter if you are Christian, Muslim, or voodoo don, you still follow those same traditions. One of these traditions that even Christians believe during hard times is that if your children are sick, that you cut the skin of their faces to release the voodoo from within them. There is so much that I would love to tell you about the Beninese people, but the most important thing is that no matter if voodoo shapes their life, Christianity shapes their life, being Muslim, Buddhist, or Hindu, these people are wonderful people whose traditions and beliefs continue to go on and hopefully will continue for generations.